Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Today we have one of my closest friend who is IT consultant and Bitcoin expert, health expert, and he has been into teaching self-development materials and so many things on the way. So we will discuss about our Discover Yourself workshop and how we got in touch with that and how he is really using that workshop and connecting with his expertise, especially the health related work which he is doing. And he has been a great example for us, great model, and we have seen him live transforming internally and externally. So we are talking always internal, external things and devices. So we will get to know from him how he is really doing it, Yani, whether it is from inside out or outside in. Let us know from him. So before we start, usually I like to talk general in the beginning, and then I get into internal stuff. So of course there is a big war going on. War related to cyber, Bitcoin, whether it is related to bio warfare, whatnot. So many things going on, and most of them don't know, and we are not into that. The biggest jihad which we are going to talk is internal jihad. So the internal jihad, if that is fixed, trust me, all things which is outside can be fixed. This is what I learned from Dr. Sadat Khan. So this is what we also follow, and we are discussing on that. So we have Brother Ishraq. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Finally, we are here, at least for podcast. Otherwise, it's only on the screens. This is what I was telling you before. So I'm like, even most of our friends now, our circle, I think we are on the screen, or once in a while, if anybody invites for something, like last time we went for dinner. So that's all. We had a meeting.
See, the thing is, life has changed after COVID, especially. You know, we need to take precautions. You've seen you see the news. What's currently happening in India and other places? It's phenomenal. You know, so we need to take precautions, and we are already doing that. You know, that's why we meet online. We are on messages rather than one-on-one. And but I feel, inshallah, over a period of time things will go back to normal, and we can actually be out and meet more often than what we're doing currently. And first of all, thank you for the introduction. I really didn't know you were going to talk about all those things. And yes, when you talk about Dr. Sadat Khan, he is one of the major inspirations for me to get into self-development. I had attended his workshop, if I remember correctly, back in 2013. Probably 2013 I had attended his first workshop, and it was phenomenal. It was life-changing, but that was not the workshop which really changed a lot of things, because I attended subsequently another 3 or 4 workshops.
Wow. Okay.
Same content, same topic, but the thing is, when you attend these workshops, is what mindset you are in, and you will get the wisdom and the gems from that. So say I attended in 2013. I was in a particular state of mind, and I got certain things. Then the next year I attended, and then the next year, and then the next year. So over a period of time, every year, new things come out, new things unlock, new wisdoms come out, that this is what I need to focus on now. You look at our life, we are in a constantly evolving life. Today, what we are today is not what we are tomorrow, because our state of mind changes, the external environment changes, our biology changes in 24 hours, so the thought process also changes. The state of being what you are in today, you compare it 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, you will be a different person altogether. The things which matter at that particular time change, So when wisdom comes at that time, you will get some new thoughts or new ideas and inspirations and all those things. So that's why
It was like
it
step by
was a
step.
gradual
It was gradually
gradual
transforming.
transformation. I would say gradual opening to the self transformation space. So DYS was, I would say, the foundation. And then on top of that, a lot of other things were built. The vision workshop we did with Brother Fahad, and plus the other workshops which I've been constantly attending and learning, and all these other things. So that was a journey for me, but the foundation was, yes, Discover Yourself workshop, and that is how it is going to be.
That it started open for you.
Even in the other workshops which I attended from Mind Valley and others, it all comes down to the same topic. What are you internally? Which is the foundation.
Yeah.
What you look at any of the self-development books out in the market, it will always go down to what is your current state of mind, what is your current state of being, what is your current state of heart.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Once you're able to figure out that, then you are able to do things to change the external. A lot of people talk about visions, right? I want to have a vision. I want to do X, Y, and Z. I want to have $1 million in my bank account. Why? No one is able to answer that question. They see someone else having it and they say, I want that.
Yeah.
But the main question you need to ask is, do you really want that? Deep down inside? Are you made for that? Did Allah put you in this world for that?
Yes.
When you start asking those questions, you will slowly realize that that's not what I really wanted. And then you start focusing, or you start working on your gifts, which you slowly realize one by one. You start working on your gifts, and then you come up with a goal or a vision which is meant for you. Every one of us is unique in this world. You have certain gifts, I have certain gifts, everyone has certain gifts. And what the reason why Allah put you in this world is different from why Allah has put me in this world. We have different goals which we need to achieve, to reach the level of ihsan. So we need to figure out that on an individual level, and then work collectively to a bigger, kind of
bigger project in life.
Exactly.
You know what? I think from you only I got to know the OS or concept. You came once with content, and you wanted some kind of design work for that. So when I was going through that content, I said, this is what I was looking for, I was waiting for. I have gone through many different types of content. It is mostly, it's Sharia related, and anything related to mostly so, and with due respect to everyone who is talking about it, but unfortunately it's not really getting internal. It is helping internal, but we are talking more of external things. And internal, when you are talking about internal, there is no much support on that, or maybe it is really neglected at this stage. But I'm like, Yani, this is what you need. If you don't fix the internal, like you said, there is no point in doing whatever you do externally.
Exactly.
There is no meaning in it, firstly, and second, it is like, Yani, is it gonna be accepted? We talk about intention in a general term, but do you know how much deep it is? Subhanallah, Yani, when you really think any project, if you want to start, I'm always like, Yani, okay, later on, half the way, you're like, no, we have to change something, and the intentions are gone. Why you started, it's gone, and we are like, okay, later on, it's no more continuing. I think there are many projects. Personally, I'm sharing it now. Like,
True.
I have done till halfway maybe. Then later it is like, okay, something is wrong here. I should either quit or I should think about it for something in later position, but I don't do it. So how was your transformation when it comes to any kind of project, especially you are health expert and you have really developed yourself and changed yourself, mashallah. I remember when you were coming to gym, it was like huge, and now you have become, mashallah, it's any amazing transformation. So how did you manage to really complete your this at least health role project which is like most of us really take really hard time to do it at the age like when you're out of college and everything, because at least in college you have a motivation like, okay, I can get the six pack out, and I have done that. But after that it was like every time I start and very difficult to really complete it. And if you complete it, you have to maintain it, and you have completed it and you're maintaining it. This is something which I want to know today. How did you manage that one?
Okay.
It was, of course, internal. So I always remind, like, how did you do it from internal, inside
so
out?
let me give you a bit of backstory. I've always been an obese person from childhood. I think not morbidly obese, but obese. I was chubby, I was fat, I was, I think, 85 to 90 kilos, even when I was coming to the gym, Now, I always wanted to lose weight, but I didn't know how. I was like, yeah, I want to lose weight. I'll go to the gym, I'll work out, maybe I'll lose weight. It didn't work out. What really changed me was when we were doing the vision workshop with Fahad.
Yeah.
He told us to write down certain of our health-related goals. I wrote down what my ideal weight, what my ideal body fat percentage, etc. All these things. And we did that sometime in 2014, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
2014, 2015, right? 2014. Yeah, 2014. End of 2013, 2014. So I wrote that and I forgot about it. I don't know where that piece of paper is till date.
Okay.
But that is when I wrote down those things, that's when things started to change. Things started to change very gradually. That I started getting interested in knowing or following people who are health experts. I started following Dave Asprey, J.J. Virgin, and many of the other, health experts. Okay, what are these guys talking about? There was a bulletproof diet. I was looking into that. Even Fahad Bhai, he had given a particular diet, 10 days thing. I tried that. I was experimenting with different things. Because I had that thing in the back of my head that I want to lose weight. So for about a year and a half, I was experimenting. Yeah, I did lose about, 2, 3, 5 kilos. But then it's just water weight. You lose it and then you gain it back. Until and unless I came across a program called Wild Fit by Eric Edmeades. I saw the program, I saw the reviews of that, and I was like, man, this is something I need to do. And it was heavy. It was very heavy program. I had to invest a lot into it. But I invested 3 months dedicated on that program. And in those 3 months, I lost about 12 to 15 kilos.
That is
and I
crazy,
shed my body weight so much I couldn't recognize myself.
Wow.
I was a 36 size pant. I went down to 32 size in those 3 months. And after I finished the program, I was like, man, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Couple of things which really changed me was my energy. Afterwards, after losing a lot of weight, my energy, my brain function, my cognitive abilities, everything increased. And I was like, this is something I need to continue. Now, before that, there's another thing which also motivated me.
So this was your like any transformation happened, but what made you take
okay.
this
What
declaration?
made me take this? I'll tell you. We were going through Seerah
Okay.
of
Yeah.
Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi
Wassalam.
Wasallam, the seal nectar. We were going through that,
Mm, mm,
and when you look at the description of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what do you see?
yeah.
You only see a person who is fit, who is healthy.
Very energetic.
What really struck me was during the battles, Battle of Badr, Battle of Uhud, he was probably 53 to 55 years old.
Yeah.
But his stature during the battle, he was in the front, leading the army. He had his back straight. He didn't have a tummy. He was built. On top of everything, he was wearing an armor, which is again 5 to 10 kilos. He was strong. When I saw that description, I was like, Subhanallah, how?
Yeah.
That was the only thing which was going in my mind, because I was seeing people around me.
The
I was looking at myself, and
the
I
preacher
was
becoming the warrior.
yeah, and I was looking at myself. I was probably a what 28, 29 years old, and I was looking at myself, and I'm like, Rasul Sallam at that age is that level. What am I? I mean, looking at myself, I felt disgusted. And then looking at people across me, okay, let's look at other 55-year-olds in the society, and they're all weak and feeble and all those things. I was like, something is really missing in the whole society. That one description of Rasulullah actually motivated me to go on this quest to achieve, the ideal health. I would say,
You really took the right role model.
Yeah.
So first thing is choosing the right model or decision, of course, and you decide that you want to do it. Then you take a right model, and you take what is the right strategy for you, which will work for you. So then you wrote a vision for that, and you just completed it. But see that not everyone can do it. Many people know this. Many people know what it is, Yani.
See, the thing is, why many people don't achieve it? Because
that's a question, $1 million question.
That's the $1 million question.
Yes.
That's because when you declare that you want to do it, it's not going to happen immediately. Yes. We are living in a world where we want everything now. We say we want to declare it. Okay, give an example. Okay, we say, okay, let's get onto a diet. Okay, how much am I going to lose in 10 days? That's what they think about. They think about short terms. But once you put a declaration, it's a long-term process. Yeah. When you declare, right, let's look at the internal aspects of it. When you make an intention, when you declare something, Allah also watches you, right? Yeah. He watches you how committed you are to your own declaration. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years. He also watches. And the longer you are committed to your declaration, things around you will come together for that vision or declaration to happen. Yeah. That's how it is. It's as simple as that. You don't have to go out and break your head and search for something. No, things will happen for you as long as you are committed. You don't.
All the laws will work for you.
Everything will work for you. You will not know how it's working, but suddenly something will pop up on your screen, on your YouTube, saying something which you are looking for.
This is something.
Some friend will come someday and he will start talking about things which you don't generally talk about, and you'll be like,
okay, it's connected.
Why are you talking about this? I'm looking into something like this.
Yeah.
That's how these laws work.
Yes. Your commitment, your declaration opens the door for you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, before the declaration, you need to cleanse yourself.
Very important.
Your heart needs to be as clean as possible. And the only way to do that
That is the challenge, man.
that is the
That is the
biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Because yes, you can put your intention today, that intention will be corrupted by something else later. Unless and until you have a clean heart and your internal state is pure, you will not be able to continue that declaration for long, or that intention for long.
So what is this kind of state which you're talking about, Yani? So everyone can get it. Because when we say the state of mind or mindset, the trend has become like a mindset, mind, brain thing. Where is the heart? Now we see many are getting into heart-related talk. So when you said purification, it is internal heart purification or the mind purification. Which purification you are talking about?
A lot of people talk about mindset. Mindset is only one aspect of this whole equation. You have the mind, you have the heart, you have the soul. In the Western books and everything, you will see about mind and heart. Very, very few people talk about the soul. And sometimes it gets interconnected, the heart and the soul. They talk about it as one particular entity. Mindset is over here, but the main thing is the heart. And from my experience, the best way to reach this or to start working on this is through some kind of meditation. The reason for that is, when your mind is awake, when your brain is functioning, which your brain functions all throughout the day, whether you're asleep or you're awake. But in a state of meditation, what you're able to do is you're able to cut off the thoughts which go into your mind and give power to your heart to work on it. And that is also a journey. It's not going to happen in one sitting. You try it a couple of times, and then you see how it goes, and then you go deep into that. So that again, it's a journey of its own, where you are sitting in solitude, listening to a guided meditation. There are so many guided meditations. Now, the whole reason I got into meditation was, again, to focus deeply on the inner. Khan Sahib, he talks about change the inner and it will change the outer. Unfortunately, the workshop which he does is just 3 days long. After those 3 days, you get back into your own life, which you're so busy, you don't remember what he taught. Or
by the way, 3 days is also very difficult for many.
I know.
Imagine.
3 days is difficult for many, and both of us have gone to the retreat, which was, I think it was 5 days, which I went, something. Those are deep, immersive experiences, but what can you do on your day-to-day routine to bring those experiences, or to get those lessons into your day-to-day routine? And I found meditation to be one of the best ways to incorporate,
anchor yourself.
So my routine used to be, I used to wake up, pray Fajr, and do a 20-minute meditation. Now, there are different types of meditation. You need to select which one works for you and continue with that. Couple of things I noticed after starting this routine was, my stress levels go down. Whatever happens at work, whatever happens with any client, whatever happens with any employee, I don't get stressed.
You became very much a calm guy.
It's like, okay, whatever is that. See, because at the end of the day, you can get stressed, but it's not going to change anything, except for your health and your state of mind is going to be off the charts. So I was calm, even in the worst of the worst situations, I was calm, and people around me were like, why are you not reacting? I was like, I don't need to react. I need to respond. The situation has happened. There's no point in me reacting to it. I'd rather see, okay, what next?
What is possible for you?
Again, what Sadatullah Khan teaches, But how do you? I mean, when it is taught, it's easy to understand. I should respond. I shouldn't react. But how do you incorporate that into your identity? How do you incorporate that into your lifestyle? it's not going to happen very easily.
Yeah.
You know? So I found meditation to be really beneficial to incorporate a lot of those teachings into my day-to-day routine. And over time, my identity has shifted. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I follow Vishen a lot. Vishen Lakhiani, he's the founder of Mind Valley. Attended one of his workshops in Turkey 2 years back. And over there, he spoke about this one aspect that when you want to achieve something, rather than just writing down what you want to achieve, I mean, it's good to write down what you should know your goals.
Yeah.
You should know your goals or where you're heading towards. But rather than going out and becoming or trying to get those things for yourself, you need to shift your own identity into that person who you want to become. That's when the whole thing changes, you know. Rather than running behind making $1 million or getting those things which you want to get, you change your identity into, okay, I'm a multimillionaire. I change my identity to that, from your internal, that I'm a multimillionaire today. Okay, this is how I'm going to live my life. You don't have the $1 million yet, but your identity is of that which eventually one day you will be getting it.
Yeah.
So you start living accordingly. You start, and again, it's so when you see about the physical stuff like money and other things, the house and all, the car and all that, that's all materialistic. What needs to change is your attitude internally, your emotions, how you treat others. You know, say tomorrow you become one of the richest persons in your particular area and all that. How are you going to treat those below you? You need to think about that.
Yeah.
It's not that I get the money and then think of, I start spending
focusing
it.
on others. Yeah.
Exactly. If you today are in a place where you treat others below you as equals, or you treat them with kindness, that is a quality which you will continue when you already have the money. When you get the money, you will already have that quality. You know, there are a lot of stories where they say money changes people. Money doesn't change people. Money just amplifies what is there internally. If someone today who doesn't have money, is of a certain quality, when he gets the money, that same quality will get amplified and you will see it in his character. So if someone is kind and generous now, tomorrow when he becomes rich, he will be kind and generous.
Yeah.
If someone is stingy and treats other people badly now, tomorrow he's going to do the same thing.
Yeah. So it's like a holistic thing.
Exactly. And everything is connected, You mentioned the word holistic. And this is a deep, deep, deep word. Because when you connect the dots, right? When you connect your health, when you connect your mindset, when you connect your intellect, when you connect your level of spirituality, when you connect your relationships, when you connect your business, when you connect your quality of life in one big circle, with you at the center, with your state of mind, that internal state of mind, the pure heart. In that heart, you need to have the right teachings. The right teachings as per the Quran and the Sunnah. Yeah. Then all these things together, it will be so beautiful how it happens.
Even your suffering becomes beautiful.
Yeah. Your suffering doesn't seem like a suffering. It seems like a temporary setback because there is something better coming for you.
It's a sign for you to get something new.
You mentioned that, I'm into the Bitcoin and the crypto space.
Yes.
I woke up today.
Okay.
The market went down 20%.
Oh my God.
20%.
Wow.
I was just seeing and I was like,
okay.
I know, it's a slight pullback so that it can go further.
For now.
Yeah, but couple of months back, I was in a different mindset where I was like, oh,
Okay.
20% went down. I need to
Take it back.
take everything out. Now I'm like, okay, now I understand it better in the sense that how the market cycles work. So I'll be like, "Khali wali," and I know it will go up. If not now, in the next cycle, it will go up, you know. So be calm, be relaxed, because at the end of the day, now the best thing, Allah knows your state of heart
Hmm.
at every given moment in time. He will give you what you need for that time. From where? Don't ask me. Don't ask yourself how is it going to come. It will come what is needed
Yeah,
for you.
it's same. I believe the same thing. The dots will connect somehow someday. In fact, some of the things which I bought like 10 years back, I had very simple work from that for some basic things, but I did not throw it after that. Like I just kept it. Maybe someday I can use it. Just giving an example. But later, I have used some of the resources which I had already, and I feel like maybe this was planned before itself. Like I did not know. When you said transformation on health, you have already clarified like how it all starts. So why don't you then get this health trainings on with these ideas? Are you really doing on that, or just only external? Because most of the content you see, you might have noticed, yani, they talk from the mind, the philosophy thing. You fix your philosophy, then the attitude, and then exponential, the growth, and all those. It's normal. Now everyone talks about it, but the impact, not everyone is getting it. If you see some of them, or like 1% we can say, they are, I don't know, even externally they look really, I don't think they can do some crazy things, but they are they are exponential and they are like tremendous. The energy level is very high. The question will be, are they using their negative energy or positive energy? When I say negative, I've read somewhere about this. Like they use some of them. Let's say Michael Jordan also. It is not known to everyone, but they use the bullying story, the limiting belief. They turn it into fuel. It's a petrol for them, yani, and they're running and running and running and doesn't stop. And they are very much strategic and very much prepared, and they're all those external whatever we talk about visualization, everything, they are prepared and they're achieving it. So this kind of approach, is it a right approach?
You touched on so many points. I didn't have a pad to write down, but
But I give you the final one.
yeah. So let's start with the final one, the negative
Hmm.
energies which people use as
Hmm.
fuel. So I don't remember the name of the guy, but when you look at values,
Hmm.
right? Every one of us have certain values
Hmm.
which define us.
Yeah.
Over time, the values can change, may change, but there are
May improve.
certain
Yeah.
core values which we exhibit in our life on a daily basis, right?
Hmm.
These values, if you go down to the fundamentals of how they got developed into yourself, it is from those few, two or three major negative incidents which have happened in your life.
Hmm.
That's how those core values have developed.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now,
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
those
Interesting.
negative incidents don't give rise to negative core values,
Hmm.
they give rise to a positive core value. They have experienced something so severe in their life that they are working towards, they're working so that no other person should experience that.
Interesting.
So that's how the transformation of a negative incident to a core value happens. Now, I don't know which story you've read and all that, but if you go down deep, this is what
the value thing is building there.
it's what they develop as their values.
It's not like I'm taking a revenge, because when I said negative, it's a revenge. You're coming from the lack. You're coming from the lack. How do you achieve something abundant?
Yeah.
Which is like, and it doesn't make sense for me. If
Exactly.
you're coming from the state of abundance mindset or that energy, things will happen to you, and it's a different thing.
Exactly.
So when I see,
So I mean, when you look at a person, whether it be a celebrity or any normal person, when you look at them, you know if they're exhibiting positive or negative energies. If it's a positive energy and there is a negative incident which is driving
fake it till you make it is something same. And so we don't really see that the way they act and react. So it feels like, okay, maybe he has very strong.
See, fake it till you make it. It may work for some people, but the weight, what they're pulling. So when you try to fake something, you put in so much energy into that.
Yes.
So that, like, I'm trying to fake an interview with you. I am putting so much energy to keep myself composed and talk the right things so that the audience who's going to listen to me like me and praise me, and then I start building a following. That's me faking it till I make it. And there's so much energy. And usually what happens is, after this, I'll just remove and I'll be like, because there was so much energy put into that. How long can you carry that?
No, within first 2 sittings is enough for you to quit.
Exactly. I mean, the first 2 sittings, but then some people will try and push through and through and through. They will push through utilizing all their energy, and at the expense of their health, at the expense of their friends, at the expense of their relationships. What's the point?
Yes.
At the end of the day, yes, they're going to achieve something after faking and faking and faking and then getting whatever they want, but at the expense of everything else. And that is not healthy. When you talk about holistic, you need to look at all the areas of your particular life, which you are connected to: your health, your intellect, your family, your relationships. All these things need to be in order or in balance. There's another point which you touched about.
Your work on health.
Not my work on health. Before, after that, you spoke about why don't people achieve their goals, or why don't people get to whatever the goals are, right? Or you said exponential growth.
The philosophy and
a huge realization came sometime back to me that we read all these books, self-development. We look at their lives, and we look at how this person is doing, how this person is doing, this person is doing, this person.
In fact, I quit for a few months reading books. I was like, I told you also once. No, this is all BS, man, and it's making things worse.
When we read a lot of stories and a lot of these books, they're talking about their
external mostly.
No. So they're talking about what they have achieved.
Okay,
right?
Achieved. How did they do it?
How did they do it, and what did they achieve, and where they are, and all those things. As a reader, we get drawn to these stories, right? Man, this person, he has achieved this one. And we try to copy that. We don't even leave out their goal. We copy that person's goal, and we say, okay, he got from here to here, I want to go from here to here. What they don't realize is that goal was meant for that person. That person had a goal. He used all the equations and he put everything in the proper formula. He achieved it. That goal is not going to be for the next person.
It will not be same thing.
It will not be. Because we are unique, right? And because we are unique, we need to have our own goals.
Yeah. We have to figure out.
Look at Elon Musk.
Yes.
He's got massive goals, and he's meant for it, and he's going to achieve them. Tomorrow, I mean, no one can come and say, okay, I want to do the same thing and achieve it. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because you're copying someone else's goal.
Yeah.
So these books, they will give you the whole formula. The goal has to be decided by us. We need to look internally, focus, figure out what we want to achieve.
What are you meant for? Yeah.
What are we meant for? Put our goal, use the formula, and achieve the goal. A lot of people make the mistake by copying someone else's goal.
Yeah.
They are so busy in their life, they don't even know what they want to achieve. They're like, he achieved it, so I want to do it.
Yeah.
That's the ego talking at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's not you, it's your ego.
Interesting. Yes.
So this was the second thing. What was
the first
about
one?
the
Why
health?
you don't teach?
Why I don't teach? I tried.
Because external, it's like external, mostly health related. It's strategy related. What you did and what you have done, and this is what it worked. Even for me, Annie, some of the fitness tips which has worked for someone else doesn't work for me. Annie, I have my own thing working for me, but I think the basic foundation thing it's the same for everyone.
See, the foundation is the same, and so why I don't teach? I don't teach specifically because there are other people who can do a much better job than me.
Maybe this is not your goal, Yani.
I mean, I can replicate that and give it to someone.
Yeah.
But I would rather say, I would motivate you. If you want to do it, this is the resource.
Yeah.
Go to them. You know, Eric Edmead's one of the best health and wellness coaches. Search him on WildFit. He's got an amazing program. Hundreds and millions of people who have, not millions, but I would say at least 100,000 people who have transformed their life just by doing their course. I don't want to copy that and give it to someone. Yeah, I can motivate you if you come to me for a specific meal plan or a specific goal. I can customize something for you. I can look at your diet and tell you what you're doing wrong and all those kind of things. But if you tell me to coach for 3 months, I would say.
So they are talking about internal fixing things,
So when it comes to health specifically, there's the internal part is the mind.
Mind they are using, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what
you're using your mind as a tool.
Wait. When it comes to health specifically, that is after you made your declaration that you want to achieve weight loss or you want to lose weight. Then the mind needs to come into the picture to figure out what you're doing wrong.
How you're doing.
Yeah. What you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and those kind of things.
Yeah.
And the problem in this whole health issue is the food industry. We have been programmed through the food industry and through our culture to eat so many things which are detrimental to our health. So naturally you need to realize with your mind first that what I'm eating, is it correct or wrong? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? And then you need to use your mind to tell yourself to stop.
Yeah.
Because the mind is a devil when it comes to food. When it comes to food, it's a devil. You've been eating something for the past 20 years of your life. You love it. And the minute you realize that is bad for me, would you stop it? No. It's not easy to stop something you love doing for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
You love eating for the past 20 years. You know, so there is a lot of mindset related content.
So you cannot deny the mindset stuff. Yeah.
Mindset is required. It is required. That's why I told you the first thing. So the mind, the heart, and the soul. These are three different components of the equation. You know, The internal part is the heart
you
and the
use
soul. Even the mind is internally, but the mind is here.
just a tool, yani.
Exactly. It's a decision-making tool.
So this is very tough question because our tribe will jump on me like, how come he said this? Maybe. So, are you doing or getting your decision from your heart or the mind?
Hmm. You really want me to answer that?
Amazing, brother. Thank you so much. With this, we are just closing today's amazing podcast with brother Ishraq, who has been really kind with me, and I have really asked deep questions. Eventually, we will have more of these podcasts with friends like Ishraq and many others in self development. Keep in touch and keep watching us. Keep following if you get a chance. If I'm going to put this on YouTube, try to subscribe and keep supporting us. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam.